Right, so when you're doing your design, we'll just do this for now. When you want to change your density, you've got this button here. So you can click on that, it'll be on 100%, which is going to be the most standard. If you want to make it more dense or obviously less, you just use your plus and minus. For the pillowcases, I'd go as low as you can, which is 80, and then you just click close and that will save it for you. Then you just go through and stitch like we showed earlier, and what that will do is it will sort of lessen the amount of stitches sort of in your work, so it should make it a bit softer. I've recommended sort of looking at Madeira poly neon thread because I think it's going to be a bit sort of softer than the rayon thread which is being used sort of here. I mean, it's just going to come down to sort of practice, you know, trying it on different fabrics, seeing what works best. You can also talk to your lady that's doing it at the minute and she can send over her files. As long as it's in .dst or .pes, you can just pop it in a USB stick, pop it in the machine and it will do it for you. You may have to adjust your tensions yourself, but that is nice and simple. You just want to do a quarter of a turn, same as a screw, tighty righty, loosey lefty. So only ever do a quarter of a turn at a time because you don't want to unscrew it loads and then you've got to try and find where you was. So if you do a quarter of a turn and it's too much, you know to go back quarter of a turn. Nice and simple, you can't get it wrong. When you get your files on a USB stick, what you do is you just plug it in the sides. Oh, just we put it in the right way around. And then you've got the USB button here. So we'll click on that and you can see it's got the designs here. If you've only got designs on your stick, then leave it how it is. If you've got other things on your memory stick, then put a file called embroidery and you can open up that and it won't get confused with whatever else is on there. Don't use a massive memory stick. I wouldn't go above 2 gig because the machine doesn't like it. If you put a 10 gig one in, it just won't read it and you know, it's a lot of headaches. So just get a 2 gig one just for your embroidery and that's fine. And once you choose your design, you can just click on here. There's actually my boss's car we was editing for him. So it's set and you go on here and it will take you through to the screen from earlier. So you can just adjust it again from there. But generally, once it's all set, so you can see like the density and the colours and stuff is locked because we've done all that in the software. So now all we're doing is popping it in and stitching it out. We haven't got to fiddle around with it. You might do the size or rotate it a bit, but not a huge amount needs to be done. You can link it directly to your computer as well. So there'll be a cable and it'll plug in the bottom here and you plug it straight into your computer. So once you've done your editing in the software, you can send it straight to your machine and it will come up on this bit. Obviously there's not going to be anything there at the minute, but it saves putting it on a USB stick and putting it in. So if you've got a setup like this computer next to it, it's a lot easier just to plug it directly in.